Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Umineko When They Cry. Yeah, you guys remember that I'm recording this one? We're 3 episodes done, getting ready to jump into the 4th episode. And, man, things were nutty in the 3rd episode. I've been slowly trying to remember what went down. I definitely remember what went down at the end of episode 3. I can't really explain it, but I can tell you that we have been deceived. You could probably argue that we've been deceived throughout the entirety of episode 3, and it was a long one. This was a very long battle that we had in episode 3. And at the end of the day, we were made to look like a fool, honestly. We gotta be very careful with trusting witches. Actually, we just really shouldn't. It just sucks because it seemed like we had somebody on our side, and then they weren't really on our side at the very end, which was eye-opening. A surprise, if you will. I was surprised and confused, but episode 3 was a lot of fun. It just took a damn crazy amount of time to get through. So, happy to have finally gotten through it, and very excited to jump into episode 4. I know it's been like 2.5 months or so I do apologize for the wait. I really don't want to get burnt out on this, and I definitely feel like I did with Higurashi, so I don't want to, make the same mistake. Give myself plenty of time to do other stuff, focus on myself, record other games, just not really think about Umineko, and then come back to it and get ready to just get confused all over again and another rendition of the story, as we slowly but surely try to figure out what's going on. I'm having poor luck with that. But in episode 3, we actually saw somebody solve the riddle. They figured out where the gold was. There actually was gold. So Ava became the winner. She survived. But could we also say that she was the one that committed all the murders? It's hard to say. She would have had to kill her own husband, her own son. It's complicated to think about. And some of these murders we can't really explain fully yet, I don't think. Some of them I think Battler was able to, but others not so much. Like the first 6, per usual, closed room was used, but it was used in a weird loop. But we were on the right track, How did they die? Was it really a murder or something like that? There's other ways that you can die than it just being from somebody else. Or I think that was kind of the argument. I don't remember what we were told in red text. Either way, let's read a little bit of the character logs before we go back in. Because I was looking here trying to figure out, is there anything else I need to read? I think we should read up a little bit on the witch's side because I don't remember any of that. I don't think anybody else's bio here has changed. We do have Ange. We can read Ange's just, because she is new. Rudolph and Kyrie's daughter, Battler's younger half-sister. She didn't get to see Battler often, but they got on extremely well, and she greatly respected him. Since she was absent due to illness during the family conference, she always survives in solitude. Unfortunately, she has become emotionally disturbed, always carries a huge amount of cash with her, and has the bad habit of throwing it around to make sure she never has to wait. And we can't execute her. She didn't die in episode 3. And that's actually the same here for Ava. We cannot execute her. That makes sense. Now for Beatrice, I tried this just a moment ago. You can try to execute her, but it says, "It is futile for a human like yourself to dream of killing me. Even if you fire bullets at me, they will merely bounce back as though by a mirror and strike you down. However, there is one single way to kill me. You grasp this method in the palm of your hand. I doubt a mediocre fool like you could ever do it, of course." And then her typical, laughter or whatever. I did kill Battler here, and I saw that, I don't know if we had read this, but he was shot and killed by Ushiromiya Ava inside the mansion. The murder weapon was a sawed-off rifle from Ginzu's collection. Jessica lost her eyesight. There was only her and Battler, wolves and sheep puzzle, which that was brought up in episode 2, I believe. I think that is when that was first brought up. But since Jessica was also around, let's go find her. Let's try to execute Jessica. Missing. Ooh. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. She was indeed joined with Kanun in the Golden Land. They apologized to each other for their cowardice and told each other their true and honest feelings. That did happen. That did happen. And they, well, supposedly, and they hugged each other until the final moment. Afterwards, she was chewed to bits by demons and went to hell. It's okay, Conan is with her. Yeah, good thing, you know? Good ending there, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Shoot, who else was around near the end? It wasn't Goda, was it? I don't remember. No, Goda was one of the first to die. All the servants died from the get-go. It was Nanjo, Dr. Nanjo. Corpse discovered in the hallway outside the servant room. That's right, and that's when Jessica was in the servant room. The murder weapon is assumed to be a gun or a spear-shaped object. One last push, and he too would probably have been home free. But at the last possible moment, she did not permit him that. I mean, a lot of these final, murders, they do kind of align to Ava, being the one that did it. Well, I don't know, I really don't know. On the witch's side, we do have Ange Beatrice, the final witch born in 1998, named by Ava as her successor and accepted with Bernkastel as her guardian. She is starting from zero as a witch, but as her body is located 12 years in the future, she possesses ultimate magic resistance that prevents her from being targeted by any of Beatrice's magic. Additionally, completely converse to her older brother's magic resistance, she has a natural talent for attacks against magic types. Her potential in both attack and defense is of the highest level, but the distance is great. 12 years really is. There we go. Ava Beatrice was the biggest bitch in episode 3. I think we can all agree that this individual just sucked, honestly. I don't think anything here is new. It's just, I really hope that she does not come back. If she does, don't tell me. Let me be disappointed on my own. Beatrice, I don't know if her bio here has changed whatsoever. It doesn't look like it. Virgilia is the one who really betrayed me. Me personally. Fuck Battler. Me, I felt a connection with Virgilia. Honestly. I don't know why, but I felt terrible after she betrayed us at the very end. But this is the retired Endless Witch, and Beatrice's master made proper use of the endless magic and dedicated her life to the happiness and smiles of people. Taught Beatrice the endless magic and retired believing that Beatrice would devote herself to people in the same way. That didn't really happen. As well as being Beatrice's master, she was also the consulting mage of Beatrice's old home. For this reason, Virgilia interacted with her in the manner of a servant. It is said that this was responsible for causing Beatrice's egotism and excesses. So there we have that. I really like Renove. I have to admit, I really like this guy. I don't think there's anything new here for him. Hopefully we learn more about the Seven Sisters. I've been told that we will, actually. So maybe I'll begin to, learn more about these individually. I know Lucifer, I think it was Lucifer, that had a little bit of a spotlight whenever the killings began in episode 3. Oh, we also have these two. I don't think anything new is here, but I'm not going to be surprised if we come across these two again. I don't really know what to think about these two. I just think that maybe they're slightly annoying, but very overpowered. Let's read Bernkastel and what's her name again? Lambda Delta. That's what her name is. The Witch of Miracles, who has lived for 1,000 years, her vast power is capable of creating all kinds of miracles, but her heart has broken a bit as a result. Back when she was a human, Lambda Delta once imprisoned her within a cruel fate, toying with her the whole time. It seems that she's unable to abandon others who are caught within a similar fate. In theory, she holds the strongest power of any witch, but in practice, that is no more realistic than saying that a piece of paper can reach the moon if you fold it 100 times. And fold it 100 times she did. I have a feeling I know what this is kind of talking about, but I don't want to bring it up because potential spoilers for something else. Lambda Delta, the Witch of Certainty who has lived for 1,000 years, she embodies the idea that hard workers are rewarded and is highly respected even by humans. Though she is a witch, she does not stray far from the concepts of humans. For that reason, her power as one worshipped by humans is incalculable. However, she is fickle about whose efforts she chooses to reward, and in many cases, she bestows her favor upon those who can please her the most. Her massive, swift, and terrifying power can cause any witch to submit in an instant. However, she is often reckless, and Bernkastel was able to take full advantage of that. Okay, I think we're done reading that. Guys, we need to jump into the game. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments, and in the next video, I can definitely go back and read something else. But what I'm not going to forget to read this time is what episode 4 is all about. This is the Alliance of the Golden Witch. The other names that we had was the Legend, the Turn of, and the Banquet. Now we have the Alliance of the Golden Witch. Good morning. Good morning. I could never have imagined that you would not have surrendered by now. At this point, even I must expect great things from you. The game is played not only on the board. Perhaps this time, you should take a small peek beyond its borders. As they say, if you know your enemy, you need not fight 100 battles. The difficulty level depends on you. Alright guys, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be very hard. How you have chosen to battle up until now will influence the difficulty. I've just been fucking just thrown around, honestly, and completely, like, blindsided. So, I don't know. But I will let you guys know this. I have started to play chess. Alright? I think I'm gonna be ready once I, just give me like another year. I'm gonna keep on learning how to play chess. But once I've fully learned, I think I'll have like an extra foot up on the fucking game here. I'm just telling you guys. However, it's a little unfortunate that it also just said, yeah, think outside the board. So I can't just think, oh, the chessboard, the pieces in play, the family members, the servants. There might be more to consider here, as well as our setting. All right. Are we on a helicopter? October 4th, 1986, the first day. All right. Oh, wait, are we on the boat? What is this? Where are we? What's going on? Nope, we are on... What the fuck are we on? Are we on a plane? Are we on the plane in the very beginning? Yeah, okay, we have to be. No, he's dying per usual. What up, Hideyoshi? Oh, hello, Maria. Oh, it feels so good to be back. In the lobby of the Nijima airport, Maria dashed around in excitement. Battler's uproar on the plane must have been hilarious. Damn, he's really getting it from all sides here. Being told, yeah, it's all good, you're okay, and then just his own father. No, I don't like you anymore. I never liked you to begin with, but I don't trust you one single bit. God damn. It happens. People's minds are just, they're wild sometimes. Fear is crazy. I mean, she didn't seem too worried about it, though. It is kind of an awkward thing to talk about.
こんにゃらー待て待て待ち上がれくすぐりの刑に称してやる
Huh?
元気でいいわ。バトラ君とマリアちゃんがいてくれなかったら、機内の空気はさぞや硬かったでしょうね。
Yeah, I can think of at least one person that would have been happy if Maria wasn't around.
ありがとうよ。言葉通りの意味で受け取って。
And it's not me, guys. Like, well, maybe it is me.
ほら、ガキども、タクシー来てるぞ。お遊びは後にしろい。
タクシータクシー、マリア一番乗り。
こら、マリアもバトラ君ももうはしゃがない。人にぶつかるわよ。
The tone of Aunt Rosa's voice grew a little frightening. When even Battler realized they were fooling around a bit too much, just as expected, he bumped into someone.
すみません。
バトラ君たちはあっちの車だよ。待たせちゃってるよ。
After George urged him to hurry on, Battler apologized to the person he had bumped into and ran up to his parents, who were telling him to come quickly. He bumped into a stranger? With a clunking sound, the doors on the 3 taxis were shut one after another, and they departed in the harbor. Or did I say departed for the harbor? As their taxis dashed away, this stranger, who is it? The entire world grew suddenly dull and slowed to a halt. What's going on? What's happening? Whoa. No, the color! It's all gone! Voices, the wind, and even sound. All of it stopped, and all the people who were trying to move froze like the instant someone takes a photo. Coming to a halt. People and machines and clock hands, even the dust dancing in the wind, were frozen. Some people who were walking froze with one leg still in the air. Scraps of paper dancing in the wind were pinned in midair, frozen in place. Then among the shadows standing still in this unmoving world, a single one stirred. Beatrice? Oh. Well, kinda. It was a girl. The girl Battler had just bumped into. What? Oh, shit. Though she had moved, it was a truly subtle thing. Her gaze dropped, her shoulders lowered a minuscule amount, and she sighed. That was all. In a normal world, that probably wouldn't even be taken as movement. But in this still world, it looked very out of place. Then something else moved. It was a black cat wandering around the shadows near the taxi rank. It came up right behind the girl, and leisurely changed its form into that of a human. This was no cat. It was a witch. That's actually very fitting for her, though. Of course, the girl was also a witch. As the witch stood still, her gaze still downward, she muttered.
みんながロッケン島へ行くのを私は止められないのね。
Nope.
止められないわ。1986年10月4日に。
私がここにいたなら、みんなを止めることも不可能ではなかったの。
6歳の女の子がどう立ち回れば彼らを引き返させることができるのか。私には想像もつかないけれど。そうね。もしこの場にいたなら、確率はゼロではなかったわ。ゼロでない確率ならば、私は奇跡を探し出せる。
Oh yeah, I'm used to hearing about all that.
私が体調を崩して置いていかれなければ。
With her head facing downwards, the witch tightened her fists. They were trembling very slightly.
あなたが寝込んだのは1986年。
Damn, just one day prior.
そしてベアとのゲーム版は10月4日から切り取られている。あなたには体調を崩さない可能性が与えられていない。つまりあなたは本来絶対にゲーム版に上がれない存在なのよ。
恩着せがましくてありがとう。分かってるわ。こうしてお父さんやお母さんやお兄ちゃんの元気そうな姿を見られただけでも、これはとても素敵な奇跡なんだって分かってるもの。
Ange had tried to stand in the way of her family, attempting to stop them from leaving the airport and heading towards Rokkenjima. However, it was impossible for her to exist in October 4th, 1986, so she couldn't do it. Even though her brother had only bumped into her and apologized, even though he hadn't known that she was his sister, it had been such a miracle that she could cry. That is pretty interesting, though. She could be there, but she couldn't do anything about it.
嫌味を言ってごめんなさい。私はあなたにもらった奇跡を無駄になんかしないわ。
頼もしいわね。さあ、彼らと一緒に行きましょう。ロッケン島へ。駒たちがもうすぐすべて揃う。第4のゲームが幕を開けるわ。ベアともバトラも。もう席についてる頃よ。
Yeah, those two will be at it again.
私の、いや、みんなの運命を変えた1986年10月4日のロッケン島へ。
What happened on that day? I will expose it. I will learn what it is. And I will bring them back. Yeah, I doubt it, but as she stood there with her fist still clenched, she surely turned her face up to the heavens. A single teardrop from the depths of her eyes dripped down into the air. Oh man, this is gonna be a little interesting, a little not twisted, but things will be a bit different than what we've seen before, the perspectives that we will be given here. And when time started moving again, the two witches' figures were swallowed up by a blowing gale and erased in an instant. Now, I'm getting excited for this one, guys. I think it's gonna be good. This is some pretty loud wind, and it's gone. Oh, I can't watch this. I cannot. I will close my eyes. All right, eyes are open. Eyes are open. We are ready to get back to it here. Where are we at? Oh shoot, this is the secret room, the treasure room, if you will. Renove. All right.
これは上機嫌なご様子。快適なお目覚めのようですな。
快適な目覚めどころか。ワクワクして一睡もできなかったぞ。何しろ楽しい第4のゲームの幕開けだからな。
It seemed that she truly had been so excited that she hadn't gotten any sleep. Did she show absolutely no signs of lacking sleep because she was young, or because she had the mind of a little kid? Renove chose not to say that out loud and laughed with his regular laughter instead.
前回はバトラのやつを
Yeah, I'm not repeating their laughters ever.
ケチョンケチョンにしてやった。あのまんまと騙されたというバトラの顔、実にざまあなかったぞ。それにしてもあやつめ、まだへこんでるのではあるまいな。
へこんでいる？
まあ、そのだな。あやつめ、いい年してちょっと素直すぎるとことかあるだろ？
ございますな。そこが魅力とも申しますが。
Yeah, I'll roll with that one.
そうであろう、そうであろう。まあ、それでだ。前回のあれ、あやつめコロッと引っかかってくれたであろう。
I know I did.
コロッと豪快に。生まれてからただの一度も人に騙されたことのない無垢なバラのつぼみにも似た純粋さを冬の朝美しき新雪の平原を存分に駆け回って踏みにじり尽くす喜びにも代え難いでしょうな。お嬢様はバトラ様の純粋な心を実に痛快に豪快に無残に無慈悲に無教養に実はちょっと
That is very descriptive, Renove. And yes, I think she did.
なんて不安になってしまうくらいに暴虐の限りを尽くされましたとも。
Actually, when you do think about it, episode 3, we got fucking thrown around in so many directions too. Because Beatrice was going through her, like, you know, sad phase, like, oh, what does it mean to be a witch or whatever, emotions, you know, whatever. And Battler was trying to, like, help her out. And then Battler also had a different opponent. And, like, it was wild. It was crazy.
普通ならへこむでしょうな。
And at the very end, Beatrice comes out on top. Just like she wanted to at the very beginning.
それはもう二度とお嬢様の顔も見たくないくらいに。
分かっておるではないか。わらわはそのだな。いよいよ第4のゲームが始まるというのに、もしもあやつが意気消沈していて卓につかないというようなことがあったらまた面倒だなぁと思い、そうならば先に対策を準備した方が良いかと思い、お前に先にそれを問うたわけだ。
Indeed, Renove.
でしたらやはり対策をご用意された方がよろしいでしょうな。残念ながらバトラ様はお嬢様の例の北風と太陽作戦でかなりショックをお受けになったようです。
Oh, was that what that was called?
ほう、ショックというとどのくらい？
I mean, there were a lot of shocking things that happened at the end of episode 3, honestly. Beato lowered her voice slightly, asking timidly. Renove followed suit and lowered his voice in the same way.
実は膝を抱いてうずくまられて何度かお声をおかけしたのですがお返事をされません。お食事もお運びしたのですが手を触れた様子もありません。
それは難儀だな。
Yeah, she can't be a wicked witch to anybody if she can't do it to Battler.
あやつ
Number one opponent, right there.
喜んでおったか。
No reaction, then no game.
無理もありますまい。何しろお嬢様が徹底的におやりになられましたからな。
Now, he got really fucked up there at the end.
普通なら人間不信になりましょうな。
ほう、人間不信なら好都合。人間など見限って魔女を信じると良いぞ。
How was he supposed to do that after what happened there?
すまぬ。ふざけが過ぎ
That's all you do. Beato had tried to joke about it, but the situation seemed to be quite serious, so that even she took the hint and hid her laughter.
そんなにも深刻なのか。第4のゲームの開始はもう少し待ってやった方が良いか？
ベルンカステル教のお客人もおいでになっておりますので、第4のゲームは速やかに開始された方がよろしいでしょう。
Yeah, it's not just these two anymore, plus Renove and everybody else with Beatrice's group, but no, now we have Brinkensill and another Beatrice.
ただ、
We have Ange.
お嬢様はバトラ様に多少気を使われても良いかもしれませんな。
人な？どう使えばよいのか。あやつは落ち込んでいるのだから、そうだな。元気づけてやるとか。
Oh, I'm very curious as to how you're going to do that.
心を暗く閉ざした者に暗く接しても無駄なこと。その暗闇に負けないほどの明るさで照らし出すほかないでしょうな。
Yep, Kingdom Hearts logic. Let's go. What is this music? What the fuck?
いい加減にしやがれ。
Uh-oh. Is he getting tortured again?
ロノウェ様が焼いてくれたクロワッサンなんてもったいないもん。私が美味しく食べちゃおうかな。
Battler's stomach involuntarily growled at the fragrant smell of the croissant. His breakfast plate was empty, but Battler hadn't eaten any of it. The biggest glutton of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory, Beelzebub, had waited for Renove to leave and had then come to snatch the food away. Battler had noticed, and they'd been really noisy ever since. Even though Beelzebub only had to give it back immediately or else throw it into her own mouth right away, she intentionally ran around in circles making fun of Battler. I guess this is a form of torture here.
今返したらデコピン一発で許してやる。もしも食ったりしてみろ。
代わりにお前を食べてやるぞって私を食べられるものなら食べてごらんなさいよ。きっとパンケーキの蜂蜜のように甘いから。
Control. Control. Only control.
捕まえた。今はてめえの太ももよりそのパンが食いてんだ。
Hey, yo.
おとなしくそいつを返しやがれ。ふっかギギギギギギギ。
I have no idea what's
こ
happening.
いつ最後まで抵抗を。
ダメよダメよ、あげないもん。クロワッサンも私に食べてほしいって思ってるもん。
イエーイ、ヤッホー、はよーバトライ。
What the fuck?
こいつ朝っぱらからまだくよくよしてるのか。新しい一日とゲームの始まりであるぞ。元気出して行ってみよう。
Yeah, I don't really think he's on board with that. She flung the door open, like a marathon runner drawn on a certain caramel box. With her hands held high and an idiotic cheeriness, Beato appeared. For some reason, flags from around the world and confetti scattered about, perfectly completing this magnificent entrance. I don't think magnificent is the word I would have used there, but Battler and Beelzebub, who had been fighting over the croissant, completely forgot about their argument, speechless.
おはようございます、ベアトリーチェ様。それでは私はこれで。はい、バトロ君、あーして。
ほら。
Well, I guess he got his croissant back.
おはようベアト。朝から絶好調なようで何よりだ。
Beato and Battler looked at each other. It seemed neither had a clue what was going on with the other.
バトラー、どういうことだロノウェイ。元気そうじゃねえかよ。
Wait, did he trick her?
膝抱いてないし返事してるし、というか食事中だったし。
Okay, yep, definitely, 100%.
いえいえ、毛布の中で膝を抱くようにぐっすりお休みでございまして、お目覚めの時間をお知らせしたのですが、まるでお気になられず、食事をしようにもいたずら猫が迷い込んでそれどころではなかったようで。
You know, I kind of like Renove. You know, minus everything else going on here, he's pretty alright.
よく言うぜ。てめえこそ前回はでっかく騙してくれやがったじゃねえか。事情はさっぱりだが朝からいい気味だぜ。とりあえずロノベ、朝からナイス。
恐れ入りますバトラ様。
Yeah, I also, you know, I'm a little confused with the trust that Battler has in Renove here. Because it definitely got a lot better through the course of episode 3, but there's still, you know, rivals here in this game. The two men stuck up their thumbs as though they understood each other, chuckling together. For a while, Beato was very energetic, trying to hide her embarrassment. And that music, very jazzy.
俺をあんまり舐めるんじゃねえ。まさか俺が膝を抱いてまだいじけてるとでも思ってたのかよ。
Yeah, you've done it before.
前回あれだけ悔し涙を流しておったのはどこの誰だというのか。あの涙をたっぷりと小瓶にでも集め化粧水にすればよかったわ。
うるせえや。あれはてめえの下手くそな芝居の頂点回にちょいと驚かされちまっただけだ。みっともねえとこ見せちまったが二度と同じ手が通用すると思うなってんだ。
無論よ。同じ手に何度も引っかかってわらわを失望させるな。
ああ見てろよ。俺はくじけるたびに強くなる男だってことを教えてやるぜ。だがなベアト。
うん。
What is it, Battler?
二度とするな。
Oh, shit.
ほう、なんでだ。やはり絡めては苦手か。
俺とお前は敵同士で絶対に手を取り合うことはないってことを 俺はもうはっきりと理解した。だからもう二度とそれを勘違いさせるような不愉快な真似をするな。
But isn't that what she's trying to do in the first place, is get him over to this side? You know, believe in the magic, believe in the witches?
そうは言うがな。
Therefore, you need to
そな
trust
た
them,
の
right?
弱点と知って。
You have to believe their story. Beato thought that they were still joking around, but that tone had disappeared from Battler's expression some time ago. Beato felt as though his eyes were like the surface of black tea that had cooled down.
いいな。二度とするな。
わからんぞ。忘れた頃にまたやるかもな。
二度とするな。
Pierced by his strong and forceful gaze, Beato held her tongue. Maybe she was certain that Battler would break that silence with laughter. However, Battler's serious expression did not change in the slightest. So to break that silence, Beato had no choice but to start laughing herself.
それでよい。そなたとわらわは好敵手。どのような良好な関係になろうとも、敵同士であることの一線を越えることはない。そなたがそれを勘違いしなかったなら、わらわはそれで十分だ。
そうだな。お前が敵であることを一瞬だけ忘れかけた。二度と同じ醜態はさらさない。
Yeah, again, things got ridiculously crazy in the last one.
お前の絡め手にかかることは二度とない。二度と。
I think because of how many things were going on, it was easy to forget what our main objective was. And because we had another Beatrice in the story, that also added on to it. Man, episode 3 was absolutely nutty.
第4のゲー
Had
ム
a
が
lot
待ちき
going
れ
on.
ないのは、どうやらわらわだけではなかったらしい。嬉しいぞ、バトラー。さあ、席につけ。
ああ、望むところだぜ。もう小手先の騙しは効かねえぞ。
生きがるな。前回のゲームの最後の謎、南條殺しの謎も降参したままのくせに。
今はまだ答えを保留するさ。
Among some other things.
だがな、くじけたわけじゃねえぞ。必ずお前の真っ赤な真実を破り、魔女を否定してみせる。
良い心意気だ。やはりそなたは不死鳥のごとき男よ。
Damn, I think that's like one of the best compliments you can ever get as a person.
わらわの見込みを裏切らぬ。それでは第4のゲームの幕を開けよう。
Yeah, let's
だ
go.
がその前に
Fuck.
我らは新しい客人を迎えなければならないよう
客人？
Oh, come on,
だ。
Battler.
そなたも覚えておろう。前回のゲームの最後で招待状もなく現れ、
あいつか。
Oh, yeah, she saved the day. Come on, Battler, you know her.
わらわたちのゲームに加わりたいというのでな、正式に招待状を送り、この席へ招かせていただいた。ロノウェ、客人を呼べ。
Oh, here we go.
その必要はないわ。
Oh, she's already
も
here.
ういるわよ。
Oh, here we go. The voice that answered Beato's call came from the darkness in a corner of the room. When Battler turned around in surprise, he could now see that mystery girl there.
おやおや、そなたも人が悪い。来ていたならば、挨拶の一つもすればよいもの。
私、殴る前に挨拶する習慣ないの。
Honestly fair. I respect it.
でも、殴り終わってからならしてあげるわ。
ほう、なんとする？
軍内、Have a nice dream。
Okay. That was cringy, but I'll take it.
笑える。実に笑える。
Beato cackled and clapped her hands. But that was only Beato, and nothing rose to Battler's face except a bitter smile. God damn.
あんた、武闘派だな。
Battler and the girl's eyes met, and he shrugged his shoulders as he spoke. But the girl didn't answer, giving only a cold stare in return.
前回は土壇場で世話になったな。礼を言うぜ。
礼なんていらない。あなたがぶったるんでただけよ。私は目を覚ませと言っただけ。
そうだな。 バトラはぶったるんでるな。
Beatrice tried to laugh as though sympathizing with her, but it didn't reach the girl's ears. She did absolutely nothing except stare at Battler with ice-cold eyes.
どうやら俺は嫌われてるみてえだな。
あなたが本気で戦ってないからイラついてるだけよ。
俺が本気じゃないだと。
I think he is, but the way that he goes about it, I think is what's really, catching her off guard here. There's a lot riding on this for her. Probably more than Battler, because she loses everyone in every go-around. It's death for Battler and everybody else as well in his go-around.
まさかあの低たらくが本気だったとでも？バカにしないで。いつまでこんな魔女の茶番に付き合ってるつもりなの？
俺は俺なりにベアトと戦ってる。もちろん本気でだ。
And how's that working out, you know?
本気で？笑わせないで。魔女といつまでも永遠にお茶を飲んで談笑しているだけのあなたが本気で戦っている？冗談は髪型だけにして。
Wow.
そりゃ俺も最初はこの魔女のゲームに不慣れで散々な目に遭わされてきたさ。だがな、ようやく戦い方やそのコツが見えてきたところだ。
Yeah, honestly,
俺
he
の
has
これ
picked
まで
up
の
some
無様さ
things.
があんたには本気でないように見えたのなら、それは誤りだぜ。
He has picked up on ways to battle some of the red text. Shoot, I forget the arguing techniques that they use. There's the arguing technique that has been used since episode 2, and then the counter to it in episode 3. So there's other ways that we're beginning to look at things, and I think here in episode 4, well, as we were hinted at, we're supposed to be looking outside of the box more than ever now.
そう？
確かに俺がベアトの胸ぐらを掴み上げるのに必要な距離は、しかしその距離はどれほど長大であろうとも有限だ。そして俺はゲームを重ねるごとに一歩一歩確実にその距離を詰めている。時間はかかろうともあの魔女を追い詰め必ずチェックメイトする。それには奴がよく口にするように1000年をかけるかもしれねえ。だがそれでもいつか必ず打ち勝つ。
You know, he probably could have found out what the, Actually, you know what? No, in episode
な
3,
ぜか俺が絶対に負けを認めないからだ。
he covered his ears, but like, how do we really know that the answer was right there in front of him?
絶対に立ち止まらない。追い詰め続ける。
I can't remember if something was, stated that it wasn't actually in front of him. I don't remember.
だからつまり言えることはただ一つ。俺はいつか必ずってことだ。
気の長い話ね。あなた勝つ気あるの？有限もその扱いを間違えれば無限と化す。今のあなたはすでに亀すら追い越せないアキレスなのよ。なるほどね。私が必要なわけだわ。こんなざまじゃ何億年をかけようとも無限の魔女に勝てるわけがない。
Ah, come on, have some faith in him. I've got some faith in him.
お前は何者なんだ。名前くらい聞かせてくれたってバチは当たらねえだろ。
Wait, so he doesn't know who she is, even now. At that point, the girl fell silent, gazing straight into Battler's eyes. At first, Battler faltered under the firmness of that look, and his gaze wavered slightly, but then his eyes gradually began to be sucked into the pupils that were staring at him. Then inside those eyes, he saw a light that he had seen some time before. Battler was struck by how strongly they resembled the eyes of a girl who definitely could not be here, even though that was completely impossible.
そんなバカなとは思うんだが、なぜかそんな気がするんだ。でもそんなことあるわけがない。まだあいつは6歳のはずだ。お前まさかエンジェなのか。
Can she admit it?
そうだ。と言ったらあなたは信じるの？言い方を変えるわ。私はあなたの味方よ。だから信用してあなたは信じるの？初対面の正体不明の女が自分の知人になんとなく似ているからという理由だけであなたは無条件に信用してしまうの？
I mean, personally, I'm an idiot, so probably.
そんなお人よ
And
しだから
Battler, he's not too
前
far
回
off,
のゲ
so
ームで
maybe.
あっさり騙されて悔し涙をボロボロこぼすことになるのよ。あなた自分で言ったわ。その子は6歳なんでしょ？ 私が6歳に見えるにもかかわらず、私がその子だと自称したなら、それを鵜呑みにするの？
それを言われると
This is actually pretty important stuff that she's saying here. It's basically how this whole fight is going down.
そうだな。俺はお人よしだ。そいつを前回のゲームで思い知らされたはずなのにな。お前が言う俺が本気じゃないってのも。
そうよ。あなたは魔女と戦っているつもりでしょうけど、ただ慣れ合って遊んでいるだけ。
As episode 3
チェス
showed.
で仲良く戦って遊んでいるだけなのよ。あなたたちにとってそれは真剣勝負でしょうけれど、それを離れて見ている私には仲良くルールに守られてただ遊んでいるようにしか見えない。
きついな。
でもそのお遊びに勝てない限り、あなたはここから解放されない。だから私が来たのよ。このゲームに決着をつけるためにね。今のあなたは魔女を追い詰めていると称しながら、車輪の中を延々と走り続けるハムスターみたいなもの。
I do feel like he is picking up on more in every single episode. I do, and that gets him closer to figuring things out.
あれか。夜な夜なくるくると車輪の中を走り続けるあれか。
車輪の中を走り続けることは一見無限の魔女ベアトリーチェ。まるであなたのことね。そしてその車輪の中で戦ってるつもりで滑稽にいつまでも走り続けているのが彼。これはゲームじゃない。彼を永遠に閉じ込めているだけのカゴでしかない。
ほう、わらわの無限をネズミが遊ぶ車輪風情に呼ばわるか。
Well, a hamster.
面白い面白い。
ある次元における無限はより高次元において無限をなさないものよ。メンガーのスポンジが無限の表面積を持つのは3次元未満の世界での話。3次元の現実においては質量ゼロ。無限どころか存在さえできない。
Yeah, it's beyond me right there.
威勢のいい
But I am
女
curious.
よ。わらわの敵を名乗る程度の資格はあるらしい。
あんた何者なんだ。
Is she gonna say it?
私はあなたの味方。
That's something at least.
そして魔女の敵よ。もちろん信じなくていい。私が本当にあなたの味方であるかなんて、むしろ私のことをうさんくさいと思うくらいの警戒心の方が望ましいわ。
そうだな。前回ひでえ目に遭わされたんだ。
It really did.
そのくらいの用心深さは必要だな。俺もう二度と騙されるのはごめんだぜ。
But I feel like you might. I really feel like he's gonna get tricked again here. Beato laughed in a truly pleased way, which was humiliating only to Battler.
人はいきなり騙されたりはしない。自らの確認を怠り、それを他人に委ねた時、騙される。他の人が渡り始めたから、もう信号は青になったと思った。じゃあ、事故の言い訳にはならないってこと、わかる？
ああ、わかるぜ。与えられた情報を鵜呑みにするんじゃなく、自分の頭で考えろってことだろ。俺はベアトに見せられた魔法を鵜呑みにしていた。考えることをやめていた。だからダメだったんだ。
Battler grimaced as he remembered his many painful losses. The witch watched and laughed again, putting on a bold appearance.
私はあなたが有利になるように助言する。もちろん、あなたは私のそれを鵜呑みにすべきではない。私が味方であることの絶対の保証なんて誰にもできないのだから。
In the last game, Virgilia, who I thought was an ally, was actually on the witch's side. Battler couldn't rid his head of that eerie smile worn by Virgilia, a person that he had once even thought of as a trustworthy, or as trustworthy and reliable. Jesus Christ. Virgilia got me fucked up.
私を無条件で信用なんてしなくていい。
That's actually true though, and I said it earlier, I do think out of everything that happened, the ending, as we were, getting into that final scene there, it was eerie, it was odd. But then once we saw the smile on Beatrice's face, and the one that showed up on Virgilia's, Beatrice's wasn't so surprising. Virgilia's was. I don't know why, but just at the end of it all, yeah, that was the one that probably just got me the most.
故に 私の助言も
I got
参考意
fooled.
見程度に留めてもらって大いに結構。だって魔女とのゲームを戦っているプレイヤーはあなたなんだから。
そうだな。外野の指し手に従って打ったから負けた。なんて、情けねえ言い訳だもんな。
そうとも。わらわの相手はバトラよ。そなたなど外野に過ぎぬわ。それをわきまえているとは良いことだ。
Okay, so there we go. Going forward, even me, who's trying to also figure out what the fuck is going on and failing lovingly, you know, just having a horrible time at it. Yeah, we need to keep in mind that it is truly a game between Battler and Beatrice. Renove stepping in, or even now Ange, or the way that Virgilia did. We have to keep in mind that they're outsiders. They're not really a part of this game. They're helping out maybe, or they're steering us off course.
いいえ、外野じゃないわ。ベアトリーチェと後宮バトラー。そして、それを俯瞰する私が、まるで三角形のような形になって戦うのよ。一見、これは共闘ではないけれど、一緒に戦うばかりが共闘ではない。
ほう、珍妙なことを言い出す。
さっき彼は戦うことを、あなたとの距離を詰めると表現した。でも、一つの目では距離は測れない。二つの目があって初めて物事は立体的に見え、その距離も測れる。そして、二つの視点があっても、同じ場所からでは意味がない。離れている方が、魔女を正確に測ることができる。
異なる立場から、異なる角度で撃つ。十字砲火ってことだな。面白いぜ。
異なる立場から、異なる角度で撃つ。だから私は誰とも慣れ合わない。自分の立ち位置をずらし、魔女を挟み撃ちにするために。
I dig it. No, I'm with it there.
いいのか、バトラー。その女は実は、わらわが差し向けた伏兵かもしれぬぞ。もっともらしいことを言って、そなたを信用させようとしているだけかもしれぬぞ。
The thing is, what we know from our perspective, she should be an ally. But no, definitely, we and Battler, definitely. We all should be really cautious of anything outside.
かもな。こいつはさっきからそれをずっと重ねていっている。だからこいつの助言はもちろん鵜呑みになんかできないだろうさ。だがそれが信用に値するものか否か、俺が自ら考えることをやめない限り、俺はもう誰にも騙されない。
Uh-huh.
大した自信だぞ、後ろ宮バトラー。そこまで言い切ったそなたをコロリとまた騙してみたいぞ。そして再び騙されたことを知った時のそなたがどんな顔を浮かべるのか、わらわは見てみたい。
And it will probably happen, for sure. I will not have any doubts that will probably happen, because we're still in the questions arc. This is, however, the last episode of the questions arc. This could be the last time we get duped, but this could also be the turnaround phase that we are entering, where we're finally going to get a step up on what's happening here.
気に入った。
And we'll finally stop, we'll stop looking stupid at the end of it all.
あんたは俺の名を知ってるようだが、名前を聞かせてくれ。
For a while, the girl remained silent, without changing her expression even once. She looked as though she couldn't decide whether to say her name or not, or possibly as though she was deciding on the name she would say on the spot. What will she say here?
グレーテル。
That's okay. That's not what I expected there, but Gretel. There we go.
グレテル？
No, not ghetto.
お前がか？
バカね。名前よ。私のことはグレーテルと呼んで。
じゃあ、俺はヘンゼルとでも名乗った方がいいか？
You really should. It would help things, piece together here.
冗談さ。俺は後ろ宮バトラと呼んでくれ。
よろしく。握手は嫌い。気を悪くしないでね。
そうだな。悪い。お前が味方と決まったわけじゃないしな。警戒心を持てって言われたばかりなのにな。
Battler drew back his right hand, which he had stuck out. His bitter smile disappeared and was replaced with a strong resolve directed at this new fourth game.
バトラ、あなたはどうして魔女に勝たなければならないのか。気に入らないからやっつけるなんて抽象的なものではダメ。絶対に魔女を打ち倒してこの世界から抜け出すという強い信念を持って。あなたの帰りを待っている人が必ずいるから。その子のためにも。
Nah, he's got to win. It's for his family, it's for the servants, his friends, technically. And yeah, it is for Ange back home. Maybe there was something she wanted to say. Gretel clenched her fists in front of her chest and hung her head in silence, at a loss for words for a short while. As though smashing through that silence, Beatrice spoke up in a forceful voice.
よし、これにてグレーテルとやらの自己紹介も十分であろう。さあさあ思い出してごらんなさい。10月4日に何があったのか。
Oh, here we go.
第4のゲームの幕開けであるぞ。
At the same time, as though it had been blown by a sudden gust of wind, the clock that had been turned back to October 4th, 1986, started to move. Oh yeah, let the game begin. While we remained in the witch's tea room, the blue-gray sea and the green Rokkenjima spread out beneath us, and we could see a boat heading there, its wake trailing behind it. The sky was already cloudy, and it seemed that the barrier of the typhoon would soon shut the island away. As is tradition at this point. There was the boat docked in the harbor and Goda helping to unload it. Then, once all of its passengers had disembarked, the boat began to separate from the shoreline, and there we go, cut off. The relatives were gradually swallowed up by the island.
マリアは相変わらず元気だな。
Oh, I thought she was laughing at Battler.
マリアちゃん、気をつけないと転ぶよ。気をつけて。
The long-missed cousins I had loved dashed across the beach, getting swallowed by the forest path that led to the mansion and disappeared. And of course, Oni-chan could be seen among them too.
くっそー、待て待てマリア、こんなすばしっこいやつめ。
Yeah, enjoy Maria like this for now, because it just gets worse. Maria One-chan, whom I'd loved, started dashing, and Oni-chan chased after her. They were swallowed up by the forest. Following them, father and mother were also swallowed up. And all the others. The rest of the parents were swallowed up. They were swallowed up, leaving only me behind.
バカ、いつまでこんなところで魔女と戯れて遊んでいるのよ。早く帰ってきてよ。お兄ちゃん、私を一人ぼっちにしないで。そして気がついて、残された私がどれだけ辛く寂しい世界で。
Don't worry, Battler's got this. And by that I mean he probably doesn't have this, but it's okay. Whoa. Ange's future St. Lucia Academy. Hey, yo. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, alright. Guys, as much as I really want to continue on all of a sudden, for many reasons... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Man. Yeah, we'll wrap it up on that one. God damn it. Guys, I'm getting excited for whatever's coming up in that one. Alrighty. But no, we'll call it good there. Alright. Feels good to be back, guys. It does. It's been a little bit. I'm very excited to get back to it. I feel like the perspective that we'll have on this one will be a little different, but exciting and fun nonetheless. And whatever we gain from all of this, I'm sure it'll be great and horrific at the same time, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully not too confusing like in episode 3, but also with its own, you know, differences compared to the previous episodes. I was worried that 3 would be a little similar to 2. It was not. There was no way. 2 was different than 1 because we got to see more of the magic side. 3, we even saw even more. 4, well, what does 4 have in store, you know? I think we're in for a good time for sure. But thank you all for tuning into this one. Happy to be back, ready to really get at it. And if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more so you guys are locked in and ready to go as I release these. And I will be sure to see you guys in the next one. It's going to be a good one. I'm fairly certain this is going to be a really good episode. Take it easy, guys. Thank you for coming out and watching.